I want to talk about parts work and how it can be useful for your relationships. I first learned about it from my wife, who's a therapist, and it's been really helpful in our check-ins to make things easier. So if you know about parts work, it's also known as interfamily systems, IFS, and there's that great book I talked about recently by Jay Early called Self-Therapy, and it teaches you how to do this stuff in the background terms, but overall it's not that complicated. You have parts inside of yourself, and and sometimes they take over. And it's just like in fairy tales. They say that the contents of fairy tales can often be seen as parts inside of you. And that's why some of them make sense when, as a story, they don't. So, anyway, in us, there are parts that are protectors, and they might get angry when we're criticized. And what they're doing is protecting our exiles, which you could see as small children who this often stems from childhood. And something happened in childhood where they did not like getting criticized. It brings up bad feelings. And so the protector gets angry as a reaction to help protect the exile from that. And so for check-ins with someone you care about, it actually can be really helpful, because instead of saying, I don't like this about you, you can say, there's a part of me who feels this way. And sometimes you can explore it and figure out why you feel that way. You actually sit there and you close your eyes and you talk to that part, and you kind of figure out who's the exile you're protecting. Like, where is this feeling coming from? And it just, really, it makes it easier to be like, those things that you think that aren't nice, that you don't particularly want to tell your partner because it's hurtful, you can say that it's a part of you that feels that, because the overarching theory is that you have a self with a capital S. That's the part of you that is that untouched, godhood that could flow through if you really lined yourself up and got like Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad or whoever, and the divinity just flows through you. And the parts are the things that get in the way of that. They're not bad, and you want to say thank you to all of your parts, and you don't want to shame them because they're never going to go away, and that only makes it worse. But if you can make peace with your parts and understand them better, more and more they won't be like clouds that obscure the sun of yourself, and more of your sun shines through. It's unlikely any of us are going to get there completely in this lifetime, but in terms of working with someone you care about, it's been really, really helpful. So she's actually leaving for 5 days to learn more about it at a session. So say prayers for me taking care of the kids, and hopefully we'll have an update about how this is helpful.